Hello you guys, welcome back to Princey Capel. Today's topic is an empowered girl talk where I talk to you guys about confidence, relationships, and just becoming a better you, and plenty of more. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, check out my other videos and stay tuned. So as I said, today's video is all about empowering yourself as a woman, and we'll be diving into essential building confidence, navigating relationships, and embracing everything that makes us uniquely fabulous. So first, I wanted to start by talking to you guys about embracing your uniqueness. Let's start with the powerhouse within us. So each one of us is a unique masterpiece. Don't compare yourself to others. Celebrate what makes you extraordinary. Your quirks, your talents, your individuality. Those are the greatest assets of you as an individual. It is essential to embrace those factors. Don't ever look at other girls and say, I want what they have. Embrace being different and not having what they have. I feel like it's more essential to stand out than try to be basic and look like everyone. Because when you stand out, you're more noticeable. When you're basic or you blend in, it's like, oh, you're one of those girls, or you look like everybody else, and it's hard to notice you because there's so many of you walking around. So I think it's essential to be different, be unique, embrace your uniqueness. Don't ever feel like I'm too different than everybody, because that is actually a good thing. Next, I want to talk to you guys about positive self-talk. Confidence begins with the way we talk about ourselves. When you talk negative about yourself, you start to feel like everything you're saying is true. And sometimes when you speak negatively about yourself, it lowers your self-esteem, it ruins your confidence. That's when you get to comparing yourself to others. And I feel like when we compare ourselves to others, we become insecure, especially when we see people who look like everything we want it to be like. It is okay to be different, look different. You don't need to have big boobs just because everybody else does. You don't need to have a big butt. You don't need any of that stuff. You don't need a tiny nose, big lips, tiny lips, any of that stuff. You don't need that to, be confident. You just need to be you. When you're confident with being you, then you look greater than you ever think you look, And I think it's essential to focus on loving yourself, because when you love yourself, then you stop caring about all that extra essential stuff like getting a BBL or plastic surgery or trying to get lip fillers, all that extra stuff that women don't need. Some men have standards where they want a girl to look like this and that, and it just makes girls even more and more insecure. But honestly, when you learn to love yourself, whatever anybody wants from you, you won't have to give it to them, because you like yourself the way you are. You won't let anybody change who you are. And I feel like that's something a lot of women do, because people talk down on them, so they feel like, okay, so in order for people to like me, I need to do this, I need to look like this. And really, you don't. If people don't like you for who you are, then you need to surround yourself about people who embrace who you are, people who adore you, people who admire you, people who may you inspire. You don't need to surround yourself around people who feel like you need to change in order to fit in or anything like that. Be unique, be different. Don't ever change your standards or change who you are for someone else. I want you guys to replace self-doubt with self-love. I want you to wake up every morning and tell yourself 3 things you love about yourself every morning. It'll really start to build your confidence. It is simply a small practice that can make the world a difference. Moving on to number 3, I want you to set celibate goals. Whether it's personal or professional, accomplishing the smallest things can really boost your confidence. Celebrate these victories and remember, progress is progress no matter how small it is. So you guys, those were my 3 tips for confidence, and now we're gonna move on to navigating relationships. Let's start with healthy boundaries. In a relationship, starting healthy boundaries is key. I want you to know your worth and communicate your needs. Surround yourself by people who uplift you and respect you on the in and the outside. You know, a relationship should enhance your life, not diminish it. And that's something very essential, you know. Most of us are letting people change us once we're in a relationship. And this is funny, but I've never been in a relationship, but these are kind of some of the reasons why. Because I don't want to find a guy who feels like I have to change who I am just to be with him or make him happy. And I've seen so many girls change their whole personality for a guy, and it's like, girl, you don't have to do that. If that man doesn't want you for who you are, then you need to walk away from that relationship. And it kind of like, it really like irks me when I see it, because it's like, he's not for you. You know, he turned you into something you never were. And that's an instant, like, you need to get out of their situation. I also wanted to add, a lot of people feel like they need to be in a relationship because they're alone, or they see many couples on social media, you know, or they're the only person in their group that doesn't have a partner. Or I feel like some people are getting in relationships because they look at it as a trend. You know, if you have a boyfriend, you're a part of the trend. A lot of people get relationships because they want to experience the, you know, holiday stuff, you know, like the kiss for January, the Valentine's Day stuff, the pumpkin patch, all that, matching sweatpants and all that extra stuff. You don't need to rush into a relationship just to make it there. And I've seen many couples post themselves happy on the internet, but nobody really knows what they're going through off of the internet. And I've had friends before who, like I said, they would post like happy pictures of them on the internet, but in reality, they literally hate each other. And that's why people need to stop believing everything they see on the internet, because behind every picture, there's a story. And no matter how perfect it is, the backseat of that picture is probably very imperfect. So don't believe everything you guys see on the internet. Next, I want to talk about the power of female friendships. You know, girl, your squad is your support system. Remember that. And if they don't support you, you need to boot them out of your life. Because a lot of people turn friendships into jealousy because, you know, you're doing good and they can't be happy for you. Or, you know, they can't wait for their turn to come so you can be cheering on them. You need to walk away from that. And me personally, I've experienced so many friendships like that. And that's why, like, I would rather be alone 24/7 than to find another friend group of girls and they turn out to be jealous of me. And literally, they don't even understand my life. They just choose jealousy. And it's like, why are you in so much competition with me when we're supposed to be collaborating as women to build each other? You know, we're supposed to be helping each other grow. We're not supposed to be, you know, pinning ourselves against each other. That's not something I want to be a part of. So if you're going to do that, then we don't need to hang around each other anymore. And I had to cut a lot of people out, block a lot of people, and do that because the moment I find out you're jealous of me, you're gone instantly. Because jealous people are dangerous people. Those are ones you want to stay away from. And that's what I do. I just boot you automatically out of my life. Like, I don't do that block you, you're gonna watch me win type of stuff. Like, no, I'm just gonna block you because I don't need you in my life. You don't even have to watch me win. Like, I just don't need you in my presence. I don't need you in my presence at all. Like, you're no good to my energy. You're no good to my life, my environment. You're just no good to me. So I'm gonna have to boot you out of my presence. A real friend is someone who can uplift you and be there for your challenges and help you get through them. You know, you can celebrate success together. I've never reached the stage where I found friends where I can tell them I'm winning or I'm succeeding, or I can never do that. Because I feel like once I spill that, they'll find a way to, like, they'll just like get jealous. And sometimes I'm not even doing my best in life, but they'll still find a way to get jealous of me, and it's so annoying. You know, sometimes they don't even know me and they hate me, and it's like, what did I even do to you? You know, we never actually spoken before. How do you already hate me? And it's like, that's why it's literally been hard for me to find friends growing up in high school. But I realized I really don't need any, but it would be nice if I found the perfect friend group. Because actually, I'm not gonna say I don't need any, because I feel like everybody needs a friend, you know, everybody needs someone to talk to. But I just never been able to find that person. And I think it's essential that I do find that person, because loneliness sometimes cannot be helpful for us. I'm not gonna say like I'm lonely, but being alone can get lonely, but being alone is also peaceful. So, like I said, just find people who uplift you. And this is the most essential part, self-love, especially before romance, you know. I personally believe you cannot love someone else if you don't love yourself. And that's why most people get in relationships and change who they are just to be with someone, because they don't love themselves. If you truly love yourself, you'll never change who you are for someone else. Never. And I think that is the most essential thing to do before you think about a relationship. Love yourself first, and then know what you want in a partner before you decide to get into a relationship. You know, a healthy relationship starts with the foundation of self-love, and that's really big. So ladies, I want to wrap up this video, and my main two takeaways was confidence and building healthy relationships. And if you guys want more videos like this, check out my other content. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.